Hello lovely people, it's Trina. Welcome back to my channel, Scent Gourmand, Bag and Frag Hag. And I know I've said to you in other videos that despite getting into the Kelly, I didn't think I'd ever get into the whole Hermes Birkin style bag. I've always found it a bit, I don't know, mature, but the reality is I am mature now and I think it's okay to look mature. And I didn't get a Hermes bag anyway, you guys, but look what I did get. Woohoo! Beautiful. So this, my friends, is a very good quality dupe of the Hermes Birkin bag that is vintage. This particular bag is definitely, if not over 30, close to 30 years old. It's made from a brand called High Class Milano, and they're from obviously out of Milano. They did really well here in Japan, and you can still find some of these bags, and that is what I did. However, I think the bag was either sued for copying Hermes or they just went out of business. I'm not entirely sure. But apparently the company was founded by an artisan, an employee, maker of bags from Hermes, who left and went on his own and basically copied a lot of the designs, not only from Hermes and not only the Birkin, such as Dior. And I actually went out and bought another Dior inspired bag from this brand because I am so impressed with the quality of this. And I asked AI to help me determine, because I've never seen a Hermes bag face to face, so I can't speak to the quality. I've never touched it in hand. So I asked, about this brand, and AI did the research for me and told me a lot of the stuff. Apparently, no, it's not as good quality in terms of the craftsman stitch or the materials used as Hermes. But that doesn't mean it's bad quality. And indeed, because it's vintage, they tend to be better quality. It's beautiful. It's probably the best quality bag I own, and it's not even a name brand. And I've owned a few luxury brands, not all of them, but definitely Louis Vuitton, Dior, Gucci. But honestly, this quality, this leather, the stitching, it's over 30 years old. This is better. Now, this is a size 40, which means it's very heavy. This is 1.6 kilograms, which is in line with the weight of a Hermes 40 in Togo leather. That's how much they are. So probably that's why they're not so popular, particularly with women. Definitely guys still pull this off, but I'm lucky. I'm pretty big and tall and fairly strong. But regardless, if you're carrying this around, it's going to get really heavy, especially if you stuff the bag, right, for travel. And this design does not have a crossbody or shoulder strap, so it's going to be exhausting. So my uses for this are fairly limited. I'm going to be putting it over my travel cart. It's a travel bag for the plane, for the car, not to haul around in the city, unless I find a way to make it into a shoulder or a crossbody, which would look kind of weird because it is big even on me. But I have found that sort of like a makeshift emergency situation, and I'll show that to you later. But aside from the lack of handle, the weight of the bag, honestly, there's not much to complain about this. This is a very classic design. There is, on this particular bag, some wear when I got it around the edges of the feet. The hardware has worn off on the feet as well. And there's a lot of creasing on the front. And of course, there is a nasty smell because it was stored in Japan. And if you know anything about most parts of Japan, it's a very brutally humid climate, not nice to material goods. So even if the person who owned this stored it well, if it's just sitting there in a dark place in the humidity, it's not good. So I've been looking after it and trying to restore it a bit. So these little guys are what I've been putting inside for the past month, I guess a month and a half now. I have some cottage cheese containers, and I don't even know what this was. But I just brandished, punctured it with holes by heating my fork and stabbing it. And inside, see if you can recognize all the ingredients here. Kind of mushy now. So we have cloves, we have sea salt, Himalayan sea salt, baking soda, vinegar, and perfume. I think that's it. And maybe a cotton swab at the bottom to soak it up so it's not too mushy. The cloves and the perfume add to the pungent power to sort of cover over all of the nasty smells. And then the baking soda, salt, vinegar combo act more for, I guess, disinfecting the smell in the bag. It is very musty. It was musty. Now Now it doesn't smell musty at all. I get a faint hint of cloves, but it's not yet as clean, fresh as I would like it to be. So we're going to store these in here for longer. See, and as I showed you earlier, this bag is been stored very poorly like this, so it's really been hard to get the dents out. I've been hanging it from a bag hook in an aerated area with these deodorizer containers in it, and hoping it would straighten this out. And I think it has done so far, but it hasn't, you know, I think this part is permanently softer than the back. And also the back of this bag, there's like a whole leather lining on this. So I don't think it's ever going to get as good as the back. Gosh, the bag looks small here when I have it. But this is a Birkin 40. It is a big bag. Perfect for travel, perfect for your huge laptop. It'll fit everything. God, I'm so happy with this bag. So I have ordered a bag insert for this, which will work to keep the structure of the bag when I'm using it and compartmentalize all my stuff inside, and also keep the bag clean. And then I also want to basically stuff it with a pillow. Maybe I'll buy a specialty pillow, I don't know. But basically I can't leave it stored like this. I'm going to have to put something in it to keep it upward. Otherwise it will revert to this fold over situation, which has resulted in this bag being slightly deformed. So unlike the gold embossing that Hermes has, this has basically high-class Milano, made in Italy, stamped onto it. It's gold hardware. It says high-class here. The quality is really better than you'll find, you know, aside from Hermes, better than you'll find in most products on the market today. I mean, it's vintage too, and usually vintage does have better quality. This is my ideal color too. I absolutely adore burgundy colors. I would probably prefer a silver. I'm wearing some gold today to match because most of my jewelry is silver, but I can luckily wear either or. I think I've got a pretty neutral skin tone. So I'm embracing this. And at the bottom here, there's gold tone, but it has worn off with time, some silver showing through. It's not brass, that's for sure. It's definitely a plated metal of some sort. If this were a real Birkin, I would say it's a Birkin 40 retourné in gold hardware and maybe Clements or probably Togo leather. In this tungsten light I have here, it looks like Rouge H, but it's actually a burgundy color, so it's probably Bordeaux, which has a more purpley undertone or a wine color undertone. It kind of shifts in the light, but it's definitely not as red and brick-like as it's looking now. It's definitely more of a purpley burgundy color. So maybe sometimes it veers maroon and sometimes it veers more purple, but either way, I absolutely love this color. And the 40, the reason I was so ecstatic to find this in a larger size is because it fits my extra large laptop. And that is what I wanted. I also wanted a bag that I could travel with internationally. Not the lightest weight bag that I could choose, mind, but very chic. And I'm out here on my very dirty, dusty balcony now, trying to get you more than a color and natural light, but I'm not sure if it's working. So this is the makeshift bag strap I've concocted for this giant Birkin that I purchased with burgundy and beige straps. And right now it's sitting on this gold chain that I had, and this would go through the top. I'll show you that later. But I got another strap here that I'm currently using with my Proenza Schooler little squishy pouch bag here, PS2 or PS1, I think it is. This is actually beautiful leather quality too, Proenza Schooler. But anyway, this is currently fitted here because I've been using this bag, but I could switch this out. It's about the same length as the gold strap. And I picked both of these straps up for 600 yen each, so not a huge investment here. And it looks nice with the bag, very thin. Now I was thinking about buying a separate Birkin-made strap from Etsy. They sell these straps, Hermes-like straps, with these little detachable pieces that you can put through the strap. But the problem with that is, A, that the straps are more expensive than I paid for this bag, actually. The bag was very cheap, okay? It was cheap. So I've done very well, I think, to get the Hermes look for much, much less at a very high quality. So this is what I'm talking about. And as you can see, the sangles on the side are squished together, It doesn't make it convenient for putting in a strap, but this works pretty well. And as you can see, the color doesn't look too bad either. And it's very lightweight, doesn't take up too much space. Okay, this mirror shot is not the best, I know, but it's the best I can do. So actually, this is hanging from my body, cross body now. So this strap actually stretches quite a bit, which means that I could take the chain portion off and use the whole thing as a shoulder strap, a lot shorter, or I could keep the chain or the other piece I have. I can carry it like a normal crossbody bag in the airport. It is big, but I'm big. I can pull it off. I love it. Hello, this is Future Trina with a bag update. I just wanted to tell you a few things. First of all, below in the description section, I put a link to an interesting Reddit post about these bags from the 1990s that came out that you can only find now in vintage form if you're interested in that. And I did end up getting a couple of bag organizers for this 40 Birkin style bag. I say a couple because I ordered two by mistake. But there might be another bag incoming to my collection in the future, so I'm glad I have the two. This one has the Velcro attachment. The one I chose inside my bag currently doesn't have this. Some people hate these divider thingies. I'm kind of mixed feelings about them. But lots of pockets, and most importantly, in my particular case, it'll keep the structure of the bag, and it fits perfectly. The other one does too. And I can't remember if I got this and the other one on Temu or AliExpress. In all likelihood, I probably got one each. That's why I got two by accident. Personally, I don't mind buying cheapy bag inserts because these get really nasty over time, and they do the job just perfectly for what I need. And I wanted to tell you that I ended up just using this one strap here. It fits perfectly. You can't see very well. My camera doesn't go down far enough, but I'm just going to use it as a shoulder bag just to have in the airport when I'm traveling about and I really need it. My bag is heavy. I don't need the other longer strap extensions. This one stretches enough. It's absolutely fine and it matches. And last, I got a really nice twilly thing. I got a bunch of these from either Temu or AliExpress. I can't remember. Didn't want to spend a lot and I wanted to glam my bag up a bit. And finally, I guess this is a plus alpha. I guess I've gone down the Hermes style Kelly and Birkin style bags. Not the actual ones because it's not my price range. I'm sorry. But these sort of imitation bags. And in the future, I might be getting more. Actually, I have already got one, which I'll show to you in a different video, which is a Dior style bag that I hinted at earlier, so that's forthcoming. And then I also have one that's coming in September. I'm waiting for the seller to come back. It's an exotic bag, vintage. Not the same high-class Milano, but another made in Japan by the JRA. JRA stands for Japan Reptile Association or something. So it's a certified bag from Japan, but it is in a Hermes style. So I don't know how legal that would be these days. And finally, I did find another couple of these guys that I may or may not purchase. All this to say that I have more bag videos coming your way, and also to say that I'm going to have to sell some because I'm not a bag collector. I want bags that I'm going to use. So right now I'm thinking that this Longchamp extra large bag I have here, this is the one I've been traveling with for years. It's a great bag. I love it. The downside to this is that it's not structured, and when you're traveling, if you've got your laptop or something in here, it's nice to be a little more secure. I rarely need to extend it. Maybe a couple of times I've ever done that. Most of the time I just want a bag that sits on top. But this one's been great to me, and I got it for a dime secondhand. I might keep it. It squishes down pretty well. I could use it as a gym bag. But this one here is kind of replacing that function. However, the one thing that this bag is great for that this new bag is not is easy access. It's just a zipper top, easy to get out of. And I think anyone who's owned this style of bag before knows that getting in and out of this thing is not easy. So that is a very impractical minus point of this. You're giving up the pragmatic use of something like the Longchamp, excellent company for day-to-day stuff, for the aesthetic, really. So it depends what you want. And I haven't traveled with this, so once I go abroad and have to deal with it, I'll let you know how bad it really is. But it's, not an easy thing to get in and out of. I think once it's shut, I'll keep it shut. And this thing, too, can only be used, this string that I've attached as a strap, Can only be used when the bag is actually closed like this. But then again, that's the only time I probably would use it. This weighs nothing. I can carry it in the bag. I'm really happy with that situation. Another bag I'm probably going to have to say goodbye to because I don't want to have this many bags in my collection is this really well-loved Furla, what's it called? Opportunity Tote. This is supposed to be like a dupe for more of the Dior style. And I also love this bag. Very lightweight, but it is completely open. It has a strap attachment, leather D-ring sort of situation here. However, every time I've used it, I've held the bag and the strap's fallen off and my computer's fallen to the ground. So it hasn't been ideal in that way. And of course, again, it being open means it's not as secure. But for a day-to-day bag at work, this is still great. I still use it, but not as often as I would like. So, you know, I love bags. I'm a bag hag. What can I say? I hope you like this video, you guys. I hope you're as impressed as I with this find. Give me a like and subscribe. Talk to you later.